what's up everybody? Welcome back to Headbangers Closet. Hope you guys are all doing well today. So, I had a blast doing the Metal Tag 2025. Watched a lot of videos and enjoyed everybody's responses, everybody's answers. I enjoyed seeing what everybody showed in their collection pertaining to the answers. And then, I did mine, and I appreciate the shout outs from everybody. It really means a lot, so thank you very much for that. So after seeing y'all shout outs, there was a bunch of channels I hadn't really seen before, so I started watching some of those as well and subbing them up and just kind of like, getting to know more of you guys in the community, and really appreciate it to be part of this. I think it's awesome. And one thing I noticed, a lot of y'all mentioned, Iron Maiden, Derek Riggs' artwork on the Rembrandt question, and a lot of you guys mentioned that, Iron Maiden was either your favorite band or one of your favorite bands. And, they're one of my favorite bands too, and for some reason or other, I don't really talk about them too much on this channel, so I was like, I'm going to change that. So today's going to be a video about my Iron Maiden singles collection. I'm a huge Maiden fan. I absolutely love the artwork. In fact, I think the artwork on the singles, a lot of times, is cooler than the ones on the album, and that's saying something because there's no better artwork in all of metal, in my opinion, than Iron Maiden stuff. So this is going to be my singles collection. I was inspired by y'all watching your Metal Tag 2025 answers to do my own, and really looking forward to jumping on this. I don't break out these singles hardly at all. Like, this is the first time in years I've even taken some of them off. I've even taken some of them off the shelves. Every now and again, I'll break one out and I'll put it in, and take a picture of it and post it on Instagram. But I really don't open these up, take them out the sleeves very often. They're all pretty old. I got all of these pretty much through the years of all different ways, record stores. I got a lot of them on eBay in the late 90s before I moved to Georgia. And, a lot of them are in rough condition because of me moving them a bunch of times throughout my life, and then maybe whoever owned them before kind of doing something similar maybe. So a lot of them are kind of beat up pretty good, but I call it loved. I like the little bit of frayed covers, the ring wear on them. I like that. I think it's pretty cool. It shows that somebody liked them, kept them in the collection for a long time, right? But, a lot of these I got, like I said, through the years, collecting. Iron Maiden was a band that I started buying their stuff before I even really became a big fan of the music, just that, people my age, you guys know, you're in your 40s and into 50s and older. A lot of times in the 80s, that's kind of how you discovered bands. Like, killer artwork, you pick up the record and let's do it, you become a fan, right? And that's kind of how I was with Maiden, but some of these just kind of finished the collection. I bought on eBay in the late 90s. They were like dirt cheap, dude. Like, these singles now, you're paying like between $50 and $100 for these singles, depending on condition. Back then, I was paying like $5 to $10 for these, like $6 shipping kind of deal on them, less than $20 total for these singles, because it was in that time when no one was really collecting vinyl anymore, right? Nobody knew it was going to have this massive resurgence. So I got a lot of these, and the reason I wanted to finish off the collection is because I love the artwork so much. And but second reason I wanted to show these is to kind of get me off my rear end and get me to purchase the ones that are missing from my collection. There are 3 that I know for a fact on 12-inch that I'm missing. So maybe it'll light a fire under me, and I'll buy those here before, instead of procrastinating on it. So anyway, let's get right to it. The first one, I'm going to try to go in best chronological order as I can from release. We have Woman in Uniform, and the woman in the uniform right there looks to me like it's a take on Queen Elizabeth, I guess is her name. The late Queen Elizabeth, I guess. So it's pretty cool. On the back, the B-side, you got Women in Uniform and Invasion. On the B-side, you got Phantom of the Opera, recorded live at the Marquee in London, July 4th, 1980. And it gives, Iron Maiden's so cool about this, it gives the dates for that 1980 UK tour on the back. So that's pretty cool. But that's killer album artwork. The sleeve is just, all of these pretty much I think are EMI, and it's just, some of them are just generic, but some of these are pretty cool. The Eddie sleeve, there's Eddie right there on the back. It's the exact same thing. And this one's really cool because it comes with a pull-out poster. And give me 1 second here to kind of put the cover and the record back in the sleeve. The poster rather is really, really big, so I'm going to have to open it and back up here 1 second, kind of scooch back in the chair. I know my chair is super, super, super squeaky, so I apologize. So this thing's old, and I don't want to rip it. I have a feeling I'm gonna, because it's so damn big. And I don't remember ever. I opened it up when I got it, but I don't remember since ever opening it. All right, so here we go, right here. So this is pretty cool. It's this giant Eddie, and then it's we can see it. We can back up a little bit more. It says number of the beast right there. Pretty cool. This thing's huge. So it's 12 inch. So it's 1, 2, 3. So it's a 3 by 3 there, 36 by 36, I guess. Let's put that back in. I have to refold it here in a minute, so let me get back in the chair and continue going. The Headbangers closet, as you can see behind me, is kind of a mess. I've got some stuff on the floor. I've got some cubes that kind of fell apart, so I got to fix those. They're the Amazon ones that had the little wooden pegs in the sticky, so you like stick them together and kind of pop the pegs in. For some reason, I filled them up and kind of toppled, so I got to fix that. I got some posters on the ground right there. Kind of finished hanging those. I haven't hung any Metallica posters until the end of the tour, which is obviously over, so I got to get to that. So apologize for it being messy. Maybe one of these days here I'll do like a Headbangers Closet tour, Anyway, let's get going back to the singles. The next one we have is Sanctuary Prowler. So on side A you've got Sanctuary and Prowler, and side B you've got Drifter and I've Got the Fire. Drifter and I've Got the Fire were recorded live at London's Marquee Club April 3rd, 1980. And thanks to the Iron Army for vocal support, which I think is pretty cool. And then this is not written in English down the bottom. It's got like, I don't know what that is right there. But it says, Iron Maiden's going to get you no matter whoever you are. It says that on the bottom, so that's pretty cool. And then just like the women in uniform, I believe this is supposed to be Queen Elizabeth that Eddie has just murdered. And what does it say on it? It's got the Iron Maiden. It's got the Iron Maiden flag in her hand. Like, so she was kind of ripping it off the wall, and then he killed her, so that's pretty cool. That's definitely something as a kid I would have thought was way cooler than I do now. It's just, I guess it's like I'm desensitized to it now, but as a kid I was like, oh, look at that. She's trying to shut down Iron Maiden, he's killing her, but it's just a generic label. So this next one is one of the few that I actually got relatively recently. This one always eluded the collection, and I just never pulled the trigger, but I was way down in Mobile, Alabama for a football game, and I picked up the Maiden Japan EP. It's got the cool hype sticker, but this thing is in horrible shape. It says $20 on the sticker. I don't think I paid that for it. I think it was less. I don't really remember because it was like 10 years ago. There's the cool label right there with Eddie. This thing is really, really bad. As you can kind of see, it's still in the shrink wrap, the original shrink. But it's got, obviously the plastic sleeve, but just really, really bad shape. There's like, the cover's kind of peeling off. There's a lot of, scuffs on the back. So eventually I got to get a better copy. So maybe I'll find one in Atlanta one day, but I got to get a better copy. But made in Japan, just a killer EP from the Killers tour. So you got Running Free, Remember Tomorrow, side 2. You got Wrathchild, Killers, and Innocent Exile. Oh, what's really cool is you can mail order merchandise to Macon, Georgia, which is about 2 hours east of where I'm sitting right now. That's pretty cool. Never really noticed that, but this was recorded in Tokyo, May 23rd, 1981. So that's pretty cool. And keeping the things moving here, we have Twilight Zone and Wrathchild on side B. Love this album cover. I think the band Midnight Priest did a homage to this on one of their albums. I don't remember which one it was, but it's a girl putting makeup on and a ghost kind of scares her. And it's kind of ridiculously similar to this. So I feel very strongly, especially the type of metal Midnight Priest is, that it's a homage to this one. And it's just a regular label right there. Just kind of show you guys the back of it though. Pretty cool. Twilight Zone and Wrathchild. Wrathchild was taken from the new album Killers. Twilight Zone, 12-inch maxi single, so pretty cool. And there's some watermarks on here. It's not in the best shape, so I try to keep it in the sleeve. Next one we have is the Number of the Beast, 12-inch maxi single. And then you've got Remember Tomorrow, recorded live in Italy. It doesn't actually say the date or where. It just says recorded live in Italy. Remember Tomorrow on the B-side. generic label. Then we've got the Run to the Hills 12-inch maxi single. It doesn't say anything on the B side. It just says Iron Maiden, the Beast on the Road tour. There's a picture of the guys. I believe that picture is Ross Halfin. It actually does say Derek Riggs artwork there, so that's pretty cool. I think that's the one of the few that I can recall that actually has his name on it and credits him with the artwork, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't really looked that close on all of these in a really, really long time, so I could be wrong. Pretty cool label there with Eddie, and on the back it's the other really neat one where it's like Eddie, and he's like standing underneath a streetlight. I don't know if you can see that right there. I'm trying to get the glare. There he is standing underneath the streetlight. So a lot of those have that label on it. Next one we have is Flight of Icarus. And on the back you've got I've Got the Fire. So that's the second time I've Got the Fire has been added as a B-side onto these. So the back of it's pretty cool. And again, there's Eddie standing below the streetlight. Now we're jumping into the Powerslave with this one. Oh no, my bad. I got them out of order. We've got the Trooper. Most iconic artwork in all of heavy metal right there is the Trooper artwork right there. Could be wrong, but that's my opinion. Whenever you see this, even without the Iron Maiden logo or the Trooper, you know what it is. Here's the Eddie standing underneath the streetlight, which I think is super cool. Just a silhouette of him underneath the streetlight with the knife, just looking like ready to kill at any moment. I think it's kind of cool. So there it is right there. There's the back. So you've got the Trooper, and on the back, it's B-side is Cross-Eyed Mary. And I like how, taken from the LP and cassette. I think that's kind of a cool, kind of like just a different feature. I don't really remember back in those days too many bands, just actually having that on there. Now we're getting into the Powerslave album with 2 Minutes to Midnight. On the back, you've got side B, you've got Rainbow's Gold and Mission from Ari. And you've got the World Slavery Tour dates on here, which I think is really, really cool. Some of the other singles actually had the dates as well, which I think is a really cool touch from Maiden. Generic label. And then here we go, another iconic artwork in heavy metal. My all-time favorite Iron Maiden artwork. It's the Aces High. Really, really cool looking. I've seen a Japanese version with the obi on the front, still like in original shrink and the hype sticker, going for $200+ at a record store in Kennesaw, Georgia. Steve, if you're going to watch this, it was that Joe's Albums store. I believe it's right near Kennesaw State University. And I don't know if it's still there or not. I mean, it was going, this was years ago, it was going for $200. I imagine somebody bought it, but I was able to pick this one up for much less than that. One of the other few that I picked up relatively recently. It's a pretty cool album cover right there. This one's got Aces High side A. Side B, you got King of Twilight and The Number of the Beast live. Doesn't say where it was recorded, just says live version. Next, we've got Run to the Hills live. And on side A, you got Run to the Hills live, recorded Long Beach Arena, March '85. Phantom of the Opera, Hammersmith Odeon, recorded October '84. And on side B, you've got Lost for Words. So pretty cool looking live. Run to the Hills. Generic sleeve. Then we have Running Free, which I believe is a reissue because I don't have the original 12-inch of Running Free, and I'll talk more about that in a second. But you've got Running Free with Sanctuary and Murders in the Rue Morgue on side B. And Sanctuary, so this was all live. It was recorded live at Long Beach Arena in March of '85, and Murders in the Rue Morgue was recorded live at Hammersmith Odeon, London, October '84. So this is the live Running Free. Generic sleeve. And now we're jumping into the Somewhere in Time album, A Stranger in a Strange Land. There's the back cover, and on side A, you've got Stranger in a Strange Land. On side B, you've got That Girl and Juanita. And pretty cool. It says, an android with no name walked into the crowded spaceport bar. 8 foot tall, with death in his cold android eyes, he strode across the room. Small green aliens scuttled out of his path. Fearsome Martian warriors would not meet his gaze, and the air froze when he croaked in his dark, gravely voice, "A pint of bitter, please, mate." That's written right there, man. You got to give it to Iron Maiden. Super cool stuff, just extra kind of stuff for the fans to kind of dig into. Stranger in a Strange Land. Next, we have my favorite song off Somewhere in Time, Wasted Years. Kind of a pretty cool spacecraft control panel album cover. On the back, we've got the Somewhere on Tour 86-87, all the European dates, no US dates. And I forgot to mention that I would say 99% of these are UK issue singles. And I picked them all up. I don't think any of them came from the UK. All the ones I bought from eBay or here in the United States, there was a handful I picked up at record stores as well. And then even the ones I've got, within the last 10 years or so. The last one I got was, I believe, one I'll show in a little bit on a 7-inch, and then the Made in Japan EP that I picked up within the last 10 years or so, and everything was picked up from America, but these are all UK singles. So on these Wasted Years, you've got Wasted Years on side A. On side B, you've got Reach Out, which I think is Adrian Smith on vocals. I could be wrong on that. Somebody, a huge Maiden fan, was going to let me know I'm wrong if I am in the comments. But then you've got Sheriff of Huddersfield also on side B. And there's a picture, some cool looking dude, and it says, "We're on a mission from Rod. Life in the city, living in LA is a long way from Huddersfield town. The back of the rainbows is a long way from heaven, but that's where he gets his pork pie. Limas and ladies, they're driving him crazy. Rugby and cricket's unknown. Baseball and football, they're making him lazy. Your fan club says, Rodney, come home." So I guess that's the Sheriff of Huddersfield dude right there, and the little poem to him. I don't know. Pretty cool looking. Again, Iron Maiden always does it best, giving the fans something different and cool to check out. Generic label. So here's another cool one. We're jumping into the Seventh Son of a Seventh Son album. This is The Evil That Men Do. Really, really cool. It's got the hype sticker. It says Monster Double-Sided Poster Bag. So the poster bag is basically, if you're familiar with, most of you guys probably know what it is, but Megadeth's No More Mr. Nice Guy was like that. It's not an actual bag. It's like the bag that the record comes in. So you got Evil That Men Do on side A. You got Prowler 88 and Charlotte 88 Live on side B. So I'll kind of show you guys this right here, and then we'll pull out the poster. So just a generic label on the album. So here it is. All right, so let's undo it. So you got a bunch of live shots of the guys. This is really, really cool. Really, really cool. So just a bunch of live shots of the guys. Let me kind of stand up here again and back up just a little bit. A bunch of live shots of the guys on the Seventh Son of a Seventh Son tour, 88. And then August 20th, Donington Park, August 20th, which is my birthday, 1988, so I had just turned 13. This is the Monsters of Rock poster with Kiss, David Lee Roth, Megadeth, Guns N' Roses, and Halloween. And I think down the bottom, the Bailey Brothers. I wonder, I could be wrong, so somebody please let me know in the comments if you're smarter than me, which most of you probably are. The Bailey Brothers, is that maybe Blaze Bailey in that, maybe? Is that where they maybe come to be friends with him and know him and get him in the band after Bruce's departure? Maybe, I don't know. Someone let me know. That's definitely a fact that I am unaware of. So that'd be kind of cool to know. All right, moving right along, continuing with the Seventh Son of a Seventh Son album. We have Can I Play with Madness? And on the back, it's got the lyrics to Can I Play with Madness right there. And it's side A, Can I Play with Madness. Side B, it's Black Bart Blues and Massacre. And it says Playing with Madness on the World Tour 1998. Then it's got the date. It says Monsters of Rock, Donington, UK, to August 20th, my birthday. Only UK appearance, so that's pretty cool. It's kind of telling you guys, I guess it came out before the tour and out, all that stuff, so pretty cool. Then we're jumping into the No Prayer for the Dying, and this is one that I'm missing a single from, which is Bring Your Daughter to the Slaughter. But I do have this one. It's the Be Quick or Be Dead single, Gatefold. Lyrics to Be Quick or Be Dead. And really cool, kind of going through all the newspaper clippings on this album cover, kind of checking everything out. You got Be Quick or Be Dead on side A. Side B, you've got Nodding Donkey Blues and Space Station number 5. Excuse me. So that concludes, and I know I'm missing a couple, but that concludes the major part of my Iron Maiden 12-inch singles collection. So the next one is going to be just another version of Women in Uniform, with Women in Uniform, Drifter live, and Phantom of the Opera live. On the back, you got a picture of the guys with Deanna on vocals. Doesn't say where it was recorded. And just a generic inner sleeve. But pretty cool. And then I've got the one that came out just a few years ago as a record store day. I'm always looking to support local record stores. If they're going to get something new and cool in, I'll definitely pick it up at the record store whenever possible. If I can't get it there, I'll try to get it on either eBay or Discogs from an actual record store. But this is the picture disc from the Prowler, Remember Tomorrow Running Free, that I just showed. It's a pretty cool picture disc. Let me take it out. It just came out not too long ago on record store day. It's pretty cool. And what's neat, when you put it in the sleeve, right, it just kind of has the cutout. So when you put it in the sleeve, it kind of fits right into the cutout right there. So pretty cool. So that's it for the 12-inch. I'm missing, I know 3 for a fact, probably more. I'm missing the original Running Free. I am missing, oh crap, I can't remember the other one now. I know I'm definitely missing Bring Your Daughter to the Slaughter. Running Free, and there's one more I'm missing, like from the early years. So now I've got I got 4 7-inch. So here is 7-inch. I got, that's all the Wildest Dreams on side A. Side B, it's Past the Jam. And it's got the Dance of Death Tour 2023-2024, just the UK dates on green vinyl, 7-inch. And then I've got the Running Free. So this is it. So it's Running Free and Purgatory, the 2 early ones I'm missing. These are the actual covers of the original 12-inch. The original pressings are the ones I'm missing, but I got them on 7-inch. So got Running Free right here. And this one is says Original 7-inch Art and Audio Masters. It's just on black vinyl. And the same thing with Purgatory. You get Genghis Khan on side B. It's just black vinyl with the Eddie logo, Eddie label right there. And then last but definitely not least is the one I saved this for last because I want to show you guys. This is the Number of the Beast 2005 reissue, 7-inch single on red vinyl. And what's really cool about this is you get another poster. It's a calendar, right? It's the year 2005 calendar, so it was 20 years ago it was released. So there it is, the calendar of 2005. And then on the other side is the Number of the Beast artwork, which is pretty cool. I don't remember why this was released, if there was some, I guess some kind of anniversary or whatnot, whatever, but pretty cool. Glad to have that in the collection. Got the 12-inch single as well, obviously. But so there you guys have it. Thanks for the inspiration. Those of you guys who mentioned Maiden was your favorite band. I really enjoyed doing this video. Like I said earlier, I don't really break these out very often other than just maybe take a picture and put it on Instagram or something like that. But really enjoyed doing this. Now I'm going to get off my sorry ass and go look for the ones I'm missing and try to add them to the collection. And maybe once I do, I'll show it again sometime down the road. So appreciate you guys checking out the channel. Thank you to everybody for the shout outs. It really meant a lot to me. I appreciate that. I like being in this community. I think it's cool. Kind of feel like I belong, Anyway, appreciate everybody. Check out the channel and hope all y'all do well. And we'll have another video for you guys very soon. Cheers, everybody.